Assalamualaikum and hi. We are from group Pluviophile A14 and my teammates are our lecturer, Professor Madya Dr. Matzila binti Mahsin, Nadia Mardiani binti Junaidi, Nur Aisyah Shahira binti Zarfan, and I, Nur Syara binti Syamsuddin.
Islam is love and peace. Therefore, the element of love is included in this set of cards named Dear God. My group has come up with the idea of card games called Dear God, and this card games is derived from the games Rock, Paper and Scissors, but we have innovated it by add new elements and transformed it into superpower cards. Why Dear God? We name it Dear God because this card game is equipped with questions that relate to salat or prayer, where it requires the players to get to know more about prayers, which also known as communication to God, and it also reflects back to man-God relations. Hence, by playing this card game, players can be more fun and improve relationship with God. Next is about the concept. The concept of this game card are based on the education, Islamic, technology and fun learning environment, as the card contain questions that relate to salat prayer. This card also implement technology element as the answer for the question can be known by using QR scan. A bit of features of card games. As our card games are in the form of superpower cards, one of them is I really love you in sign language on cards will be the highest superpower called Light Fates. The power at low level are the power of scissor, rock, and paper power. The question in this card set divided into 3 levels which are easy, medium, and hard. As the question gets hard, the game will become more interesting and competitive. This game card can be played from all range of age starting from 5 years old. So the target buyer for this card game set is all kind of people regardless their gender and age, whether they are teenagers, children, and parents.
All games have objectives. It's not just a game where we play and win, then the game is done. Dear God has its own significant objectives. First, the objective of this game idea was developed to attract more kids to learn about salat, about prayer, as we all know that a child should be exposed to the beauty of salat from a young age. Next, the idea of this game was generated in order to ensure kids and adults nowadays understand the concept and the rules of salat. This game consisted of a few questions that related to some situations which occurred when we pray. For example, if a woman realized that her aurat was uncovered unintentionally, does she need to pray again? Some of us, even adults also, still not know the exact answer. So this game objective is to ensure the player know about the rules of salat. Third, this game objective is to develop sportsmanship spirit among the players. It is important to teach the players, especially the kids, on how to respect for other players and being gracious, not only in losing, but in winning as well. The fourth objective is to provide a platform where parents and children can spend time together while doing a beneficial activity. Not only the kids can learn, but the parents also will gain some solid knowledge, and both will enjoy the moment together. The last objective is we want this game to be as a teaching aid that can help parents and teachers to teach the kids about salat in a more fun way. It can be used either among the kindergarten students or among the primary students. Here are the features of Dear God game. Basically, this game consists of 44 total number of cards. This game have 4 types of power, so when we divide it by 4, it will be a total of 11 cards for each type of the power cards. We also provided 33 questions that covers from basic to advanced salat knowledge. It will be really helpful for people who do not have enough knowledge or know nothing about salat. And from all the 33 questions, there are 3 question levels. easy, medium, and hard at the corner of the card. We label them based on the level. So for example, if the parents want to teach 5 or 6 years old kids, they might want to just use the easy questions. So it will be easy for them to find easy question cards and use them to play with the kids. The answer was provided too. There are 2 ways on how you can check the answers. Either scan the QR code at the card or you can refer to the separate answer card that was provided. We prepared the QR code in case if the answer card missing. Lastly, this is a 1 versus 1 player game actually. But if you want to play with more people, you can create your own group or teams. The maximum player of a group is 4, and each group must have the same number of members. If you play in a group, you still need to play 1 versus 1 mode game. The group that have more winners will be considered as the winner group. Here are some sneak peek of what are the questions about. As you can see in your screen, we have a question regarding congregational prayer. This is also the example of question related to congregational prayer, where you need to choose the answer for whom congregational prayer becomes Fard al-Kifayah. And here is a question related to Sunnah in Salat. For this question, it is related to Friday prayer. This is about the rule of Salat, where it describes a situation and you need to decide what is the rule. This question is also similar with the previous one, where you will be asked about the rule of Salat. And last, this question is regarding to the pillars of Salat.
Each player should take cards out of each different power cards. The total number of cards per player is 4 cards. After viewing the card obtained, the players need to flip their own card so that the other player cannot see the content. Now, the game begins. Each player must select 1 card from the opponent for the opponent to use to compete in the first round. Once the card has been selected by each player needs to flip the card chosen by opponent at the same time to see the power on the card. For example, if player A uses scissor card while player B uses paper card to compete, therefore, player A wins and is able to answer 1 question. The questions that player A should answer is based on the questions on the player B's losing card earlier, which is the paper card. If one of the player uses light way, the player will automatically wins. But remember, both players need to whisper the answer to the judge with priority given to player A. Next, the judge will check the answer using the QR. Answers can also be checked using manual cards provided. If player A answered questions correctly, so player A could keep player B's losing card as point and put aside. If player A couldn't answer the questions while the answer from player B is correct, then player B can keep the card as point and put aside. If both players couldn't answer the questions correctly, the card will be kept by the judge. Before we continue playing, position of each card should be moved again. Questions answered on each card can no longer be used. As you can see, player B is playing with 3 cards only. And player with the most cards or points will be called as the winner. Thank you.